Hey, what's going on? It's Smitty here from Kevin's Solar Adventure. I asked myself, and I thought, well, people may ask the same question. Why do you keep running these videos with things we know are already going to work with the Bluetti, the EB240 or the 150? Why do you keep running these videos? You know, you can look at the ratings, and usually you're going to have a pretty good result, but I just want to show real-world results of things that, you know, people aren't sure about. When I started this out, I wasn't sure what would run the thing until, you know, a few guys posted some videos and I watched it and it was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to run my Sunbeam Panini here, and it's rated at 1200 watts. And just run a few little tests on it, making dinner with the EB240 by Bluetti. So stand by and watch, and if you want to get a Panini, you need one. They're awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this thing in. Right now I have the setting down to its lowest point. So let's go ahead and plug her in. Okay. Power lights on. I think since the grill is slightly hot, it's not starting because there's a thermostat inside. Let me read this thing. Right now it's 98 degrees. It's pretty warm in here, so anyway, let's turn the temperature level up to where the plates are required to come on. So right now it's 100 degrees. Okay, let's get that green light to go out. That means it's going to have to heat up to reach a higher level. Okay, so that's on its minimum setting. Right now it's 104 degrees. Okay, and we're drawing 978 watts. So that's well below the 1200 spec, but that's to be expected here. Okay, let's look at other functions here. It's drawing 9 amps. That was the lowest, and 979 is the highest. Let's see what it gets up to in temperature. Right now on its minimum, it's 172 degrees. Okay, let's do that again. 160 degrees. Both plates are pretty. Let's see, that one's 150. 170. 176. Okay, so we know that at its highest it draws 979 watts. That's good. Let's go ahead and turn up the heat a little bit. And I'm going to turn it up while you wait and to see what the temperature goes up to. Right now we've got 175 degrees and it's set at minimum. I'm going to shut this off and then go and put it about halfway up. Okay, we're at the halfway up mark on the dial there. It's going straight up and down. Temperature is 289 degrees at the highest, 290 degrees. Watts are at 976, so that hasn't really changed, and I expected that. Let's see, of course we're at 108, 109 volts here. It's drawn a little less amperage, actually just slightly less, so it's still at about 9 amps. 975. Let's see something here. The amperage went down. I don't know why it would do that. It sounded like it clicked off. So it must have reached. Oh, it reached its it reached its level. So once it does reach the temperature it wants to get to, the green light comes on and it levels out at that point. So it'll cook like that for a minute, probably until I put some food on, and then it'll go back off when it needs to reheat itself. So I'm going to go all the way up and see. I don't think anything's going to change. Okay, yeah, the green light came off. That means it's going to repower itself. It's still at 978, 9 amps. So this thing runs at the pretty much same wattage and amperage the whole time. It just cuts on and off, and when it does cut off and reach its actual temperature, it shuts itself off and it rests. So there's a thermostat in there that's knowing what it's doing, and it cuts it off, so it allows it to rest power-wise. This thing has never reached 1200 watts in its life, so with anything with an inverter that's under 1000 watts, you're good to go. My EB240 it's got some headroom also, so we're good to go on this thing. I suggest this Panini very highly because it's been a great sandwich machine for me. And let's see what the final temperature is. It's all the way up, 350 degrees. Okay, so there you go. Passed the test. Let's eat. Yeah, I put a few burgers on this thing, so it has required itself to start up again because those burgers are drawing the heat, and so once that green light goes off, it means it needs to reach its temperature again. So cooking those things right now, and not much has changed other than the fact that we're still at 9 amps. 978 was the wattage, so good to go. So in summary, if you want to use a Sunbeam Panini, this is one of the smallest ones they make. I'll post a photograph of the model and specs on the bottom of the machine. I'll put that photo up on this video. So I highly recommend it. I've been using it for about a year plus. I think it was $19-20 at Kroger, maybe 25 bucks. Been a great machine. It always works well, and it's easy to put away. The only bad thing about this machine, and I'll give you this information, the plates don't remove, so you have to wash the whole thing in the sink. You know, it's kind of a pain in the butt. That's when I'll probably upgrade to something where the plates remove, you know. So that's one of the bad things about this machine. Other than that, it's been a great little cooker. So highly recommended. Hey, have fun on the water, have fun boondocking, and have fun in the sun. Thanks.